Good morning, one and all. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. S.R. Tulasi, our eminent speaker today, Mr. Pradeep Dhoble, Dr. V. Barla. I have many names, but I don't think they've joined. All members of the Bhadrachalam Silvers and their family members. We thank our favorite speaker, Dr. S.R. Tulasi. Who has given us his consent to address us today on a very important and sensitive topic. Why do people behave the way they do? His professional experiences and research observations. I would not introduce Dr. Tulsi as he is well known to all of you, but what is more interesting about him is that he is a great behavioral psychologist and practitioner. He studies human behavior not only from books, but on the field and on shop floor of factories. Also during his research while studying for his PhD thesis. Let's move on and listen to from the horse's mouth. Why do people behave as they do? Over to you, Dr. Tulsi.
When Dr. Barla asked me, I was a bit skeptical. I told Dr. Barla, not many would be interested in listening to me if I were to speak about my research process. He said, combine it with your industry experience. I thought it's a good idea. Let me combine both, share my industry experiences. Now, he said, why people behave the way they do. I'm not commenting about people. I will only narrate why did I behave the way I did. These are all mostly my personal experiences in my 20 years association with Bhadrachalam. You will hear Pradeep is a good, in a good number of cases, Pradeep is a player. In some, he was not. I'll begin with 1984, most painful experience. I had the dubious distinction of being responsible for shutdown of the mill for about 10 days. I leave it to you to decide who was responsible. Was I responsible or providence? This will take about 5 minutes. This will take about 5 minutes. We had 2 coal-fired boilers, which were the main source of steam and power to supply to the mill. They were very unreliable boilers in the year 1984. One fine winter morning, I got up about 3:30 in the morning when the utilities shift in charge told me one of the coal-fired boilers had a breakdown in the grate bar. I said, change the grate bar. Unfortunately, exactly after 10 minutes, the second boiler also failed. Same problem. It was a disaster. Both the boilers have failed. We were dependent on liquor recovery boiler. So I said, disconnect the power, steam supply to pulp mill. Saini Saab was very angry with me. He was shouting at me, restore the steam supply, otherwise the digestive flows will get affected. I didn't know what to do. We had to depend on oil-fired boilers. It's an expensive proposition because oil is expensive. But more than that, oil-fired boiler was under maintenance. It was under tube cleaning. I rang up Ramarao. He is one of the members of this group, S.V. Ramarao. I rang up Ramarao. Ramarao told me, the oil field boiler cleaning is complete, sir. It has been completed. I was happy. I told Venkat Reddy, who was junior manager in charge of maintenance, pack up, close the manholes, light up the boiler, give clearance for lighting up the boiler. What I did not tell him was, look out for any remaining parts or equipment or people in the oil fired boiler. That thought did not come to my mind. He also gave instruction, close the manholes. People started closing the manholes, tightening the bolts, and there was sound from inside the boiler. Somebody was shouting. Obviously, they realized that there is a person inside. They opened, that boy came out. He was a contract labor. He was sleeping cozily inside. It was a winter, November or December. So he was sleeping happily. He came out healthy. Absolutely no problems. And he shouted at people, did you want to kill me? Of course, the people fitters outside said, how did we know that you are sleeping inside? All this happened in a period of 1 hour. Around 5:30, it was closed. Oil fired boiler was lighted up. What happened subsequently was unimaginable. There were a lot of union politics at play. Recognized union was thought to be put to trouble by the opposition union. I didn't realize that. I became a victim of this union rivalry. By about 7:30, 8 o'clock, people went and broke paper in paper machine 1. There was only one paper machine at that time. Paper machine stopped. Pulp mill stopped. The whole mill stopped. By 9 o'clock, mill came to a standstill. All the people came to my room to gherav me and to question me, why did you want to kill a contract labor inside the oil-fired boiler? And their demand was simple: sack the junior managers and punish whoever is responsible and give compensation to this contract labor. I remember R.B. Reddy came. Many people tried to argue. Nothing could be talked. People walked out. The mill got closed. 1 week later, after negotiations in which Mr. Chugh also was a party, mill got opened. 10 days, could be 10 days. And the pay, what we paid was employment to that contract labor. If I remember correctly, his name was Gopaya. He was taken in the finishing house. And there was an inquiry committee with Ravi as chairman. And Ravi concluded Tulsi acted in haste. His intention was good, but he acted in haste. I was given a slight punishment. My increment was stopped for 1 year. I, in a hurry or in a huff, submitted my resignation. Mr. Chugh called me to Hyderabad asked me not to press for my resignation. Go back, continue your work. I did that. This was my first winter experience. Now, who is at fault? Obviously, I was at fault. One should not be in a hurry. You will come under pressure. That's a part of your job. In spite of the pressure, you should maintain your cool. Think of
suppose what drink చేసిండని మీకు తెలుసు, you are a passenger. మీరు
Hello.
ignore చేస్తారు.
Sir, sir, sorry,
please mute.
You are also punishable.
Sir,
Please mute.
I lost my host. Jagan, can you please make me host again?
Yeah. We will suggest keep your comments till the end. We will talk about later. The second instance, it was more, can I say funny? But it is not funny. It was painful. Painful to Mr. Deveshwar, not to me. I was a witness. But haste. Must have been in 2000 or 2001. Deveshwar came to Bhadrachalam along with R. Srinivasan. Both of them were staying in A1. I was residing in A2. I think Pradeep asked me, pick up Deveshwar, Srinivasan, bring them to ADM building. I took the car, went to A1 and informed the people there, the car is ready, Mr. Deveshwar can come. 2 minutes later, Srinivasan and Deveshwar came. The security guard opened the door, car door. Srinivasan came from the opposite side, sat inside. Deveshwar sat inside with one leg inside, his other leg was outside. Something very similar to what happened to Mamata Banerjee 2 days back in Calcutta or Nandigram. YCD has not put his leg inside, left leg. The security was in a hurry to show his efficiency. He saluted and Thadak said, close the door. The door got closed on Mr. Deveshwar's left leg. Very, very painful. Mr. Deveshwar screamed. Security opened the door again. Mr. Deveshwar kept his leg inside, did express unhappiness, but he was cool. Another instance, haste. One should not be in haste. The third instance is nothing to do with haste, but a lot to do with ego. A collector. Pradeep knows. We had a collector by name Giridhar. Giridhar was on good terms with the BPL. I was maintaining a cordial relationship with him. One morning, he gave me a ring and he said, one of my retired chief secretaries, his name was, if I remember correctly, Rajaji, a Tamil gentleman. He was coming to Bhadrachalam. He wrote a book on Kancharla Gopanna. Barla, you can listen. Rajaji was a Tamilian, but he wrote a book on Kancharla Gopanna. And he was very fond of Bhadrachalam. He was coming and Giridhar asked me, I want accommodation in your guest house. I said, most welcome. We will give him. He said, no, I want the suite. I was puzzled. These suites were not publicized. We had 2 suites, but we used to open the suite number 1 only for governors, chief ministers, etc. I was taken aback. I said, I'll come back to you, sir. Give me some time. I contacted Pradeep. Pradeep said, Tulsi, we can't give suite to anyone other than a governor or a chief minister. And next day morning, I rang up Giridhar. I told him, sorry, sir, we can't give to Mr. Rajaji. I was polite, but to the point. Giridhar was so angry with me that he stopped talking to me from that day till he left Khammam. Coming back, I would like to question myself. How should I have treated this episode? One is to say, I'll be transparent, I'll speak the truth, this is the company's rule, etc. Second is, be a bit more diplomatic. I think I should have been more diplomatic. There were umpteen methods to deny the suite on some other pretext. The suite is under maintenance, under repair, or someone else is coming. There could have been better ways to deal with Giridhar. I have failed in treating the matter with the seriousness it deserves. All these government officials have got king size ego. I'll often deviate from the subject here. Mr. Shetty, myself, when I was in utilities, had a bitter experience in dealing with a boiler chief. He was refusing to come and inspect our recovery boiler. Shetty Garu said, I'll come with you. Let us go to Hyderabad. We went to his house. Gentlemen, believe me when I am telling you, Mr. Shetty was engineering manager at that time. I was head of utilities. We sat outside the house of that boiler chief in a killie shop for 6 hours. He did not see us. He refused to allow us to enter his house. I don't remember the reason for his anger. Must have been something he wanted and we could not give. I can't recollect that. We have never given money, but he must have asked for some favors. So again, king size ego of people I have experienced. The next incident is with a union leader. I have seen Venkateswar amongst the participants. One of the union leaders, I will not reveal his name. Fortunately, I signed agreements with all the unions, whether it is Daruga or Maram Venkateswar Reddy or Port Rangarao or any other, including C2 or AITUC. I dealt with all the union leaders, one of them. One of those requirements was we were keen on increasing the long-term agreement period. It was about 3 years. We wanted to make it 4 years. And the unions were putting their requirements. Somewhere we were striking a bargain. I said, if you agree for LTA to be extended for 4 years, we will consider this. The union leader in one-to-one meeting with me, one-to-one, it was not with all, one-to-one meeting with me. He said, okay, sir, if you give this, we will agree for 4 years. I remember talking to Pradeep. He was traveling somewhere. He was traveling somewhere in North India. I contacted him there. I said, I want this money. He said, are you sure that they will agree for this condition? I said, yes. Okay, go ahead. So I conceded. But what happened was a disappointment. After I conceded the amount, the union leader went back on his word. I didn't expect this. He has gone back. He said, maybe. See, I've realized over the years, union leaders have got a tougher responsibility, perhaps tougher than what we can foresee, what we can read, because they have to convince thousands of workmen. So maybe he felt he is not able to convince. He went back. I felt, if I can use the word, cheated. I felt very disappointed, felt cheated. I said, this is not what I expected. Next day, when I was in Hyderabad office, the same union leader came to see me. I said, come. He came alone, and after entering my room, he closed the door. I was a bit puzzled. What is he going to do? Is he going to attack me? I mean, many thoughts came in my mind. I came and sat in my chair. He quietly came to my side, that means behind the table, bent and touched my feet. I was taken aback. I said, what are you doing? Sorry, sir. I could not fulfill the promise I made to you. I said, I do understand. You are under pressure. Let us leave it. One of those instances I remember is this. Another, a strange incident, but a great learning. There were times I was alone in Bhadrachalam. I must have been a DGM or chief manager. I don't remember. My wife used to stay in Hyderabad. I used to stay alone in Bhadrachalam. I had a servant maid. The servant maid was hardly 15 or 16 years old, young girl. She used to come and clean before I went to the office. I had, because the office working hours were such that she had to come complete the job before I lock the room and go away. At that time, I have gone to take bath. I was getting ready and she was cleaning the room. I came suddenly inside with my towel and I saw this girl picking up my purse and taking possibly 100 rupee note, possibly. I entered suddenly and she was puzzled. She dropped the purse. How should I react? I was cool. I told her, close this, go home. I want to talk to your father. Ask your father to come and talk to me. I thought that was the most sensible thing to do. Let me talk to her father. I didn't realize how their minds will work. She has gone. Nobody came to my house. Her father also did not come. The security chief, if I remember correctly, at that time, there used to be one Ravi. He was the head of security. He came and met me in the evening and asked me, sir, what happened in your house in the morning? I explained. He said, sir, you have done a mistake. You should not have called that fellow. You should have called us. I said, what happened? This girl is missing. She is not in the house. The father is complaining that she is missing because of you. I was puzzled. Am I responsible? Sir, they didn't know how to get out of this issue. So maybe the father has advised her to go to a relation's place so that they can plead that the girl is missing because of Mr. Tulsi. I said, I'm shocked. How do I deal? He said, you leave the issue to me. I will deal with that. In his own typical security way, he made a complaint to police. Police called this girl's father, threatened him that we will put you in jail till you tell us where this girl is. And that fellow broke down and mentioned that she has gone to her uncle's place and she will come back. She stopped working in my house. But a big lesson for me. Another typical lesson was because of a junior manager. By the time I became head of HR, in fact, I moved from Bhadrachalam to Hyderabad. One utilities junior manager who did not get promotion because of his inefficiency wrote a letter that great injustice has been done to me. I have been denied promotion. I am ending my life. I am committing suicide. And he is disappeared. Who informed me this? If I remember correctly, Kannababu informed me. I was puzzled, shocked. I didn't know how to react. I said, what are you doing? Everybody said, we are searching in Godavari. No body was found. Nobody jumped into the river. We don't know what happened to this fellow, etc. 2 days later, that fellow was found in bamboo garden. He was lying in the bamboo garden. You know, there is a bamboo grove in the colony. He was there. And of course, he said, etc., etc. I have been denied and all that. Subsequently, we shifted him to cast coating plant in Bolaram. I do not know what happened. Reason is this, gentlemen. performance appraisal is a difficult process, particularly after the performance appraisal is completed. Communicating the conclusions to the people concerned is a difficult job. If one has done extremely well with very good and outstanding, it is easy. Hey, you've done well. I'm giving you outstanding, etc., etc. People who do not do well, communicating the message is difficult. What do people do? I'm not saying all people will do like this, but one is tempted to become like this. People who are close, like the departmental head or sectional head, they will always communicate. I know you're doing your best. I have sympathy for you. But क्या करेंगे भाई? ऊपर वाला rules are like that. One cannot be helped, etc., etc. Easy to throw the blame on the top management, as if top management is responsible for everything. And people believe that these people are responsible. Again, I deviate. One of my very, very senior colleagues, he's still in service. In fact, he's in a senior position in PSPD. When he became first eligible for a car, as per rules laid down by DMC, I had to allot him an old Maruti 800. He was angry. He thought, I am personally responsible for this decision. He came to my room and shouted at the peak of his voice that you have done because you don't like me. This kind of, some shouting. KJ Swarup is a witness. He was in my room at that time. I will not reveal the name of the manager. The point is this: most of us do not know that rules are made because every organization has to function according to some set of principles. Everyone cannot apply discretion. Discretion should be exercised by the chief executive, not by all and sundry. So this was another experience of mine, very, very painful, and I will close my BPL experiences with this. I'll just mention two difficulties I faced in my PhD process. Just for information, in case somebody is entertaining the idea of doing PhD, it's a 6 years or 5 years laborious process. One of the most important things is statistical analysis. In any PhD, from a dependent variable or independent variable, you have to find a dependent variable. You need surveys. I have done survey in Bhadrachalam, Hyderabad, Guntur, etc. When I did this, when I took the statistical data to a professor of Osmania University, he said, trash. This survey is useless. You cannot conclude anything with this. You can take it back. I can tell you, by that time, already 3.5 years or 4 years of my efforts are over. And here is the statistics professor who declared it is useless. I thought I'll have to close the shop. I'll have to discontinue my PhD. But I didn't. I asked my guide is there any solution? And he suggested some other name. I went to that professor and he found out a method of using the data which I have used and developed not one, not two, but 14 hypotheses. They were accepted. The second problem I faced in my PhD is towards the fag. You know, when thesis is submitted long time back, people used to send it to some professors who are experts in this field to conclude whether this fellow has copied from any printed source, what is called plagiarism. The word is known to you, plagiarism. Earlier, it used to be the discretion of an expert. Today, there is a software. That's my biggest problem. That software will browse millions and millions and millions of printed documents and tell whether this is a copy. When I first submitted my thesis, it was concluded by the software that 70% is plagiarism. As if I have copied the whole thesis. I did not know how to face this problem. I went on rewriting. I wrote my thesis 6 times to get over the plagiarism complaint. Ultimately, I succeeded. I learned how to get over this kind of complaint of plagiarism, and the thesis found acceptance and cleared by professors also in India as well as in the United States. So these are few of my experiences. I will close with this and ask me any questions you may like to ask me.
Thank you very much, sir. Oh my God, this was a real scintillating and nerve-wracking and what must I say? You know, we didn't want to miss a single word of yours, sir. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was like listening to the greatest speaker on earth. So well said, sir. Thank you so much. I was literally I'm like on the edge of my feet when you told so many instances and so well spoken, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, wonderful, Tulsi Sahab. Wonderful talk, very absorbing, and really we could not miss even a single word come of your talk. These are all 5-6 episodes that you had narrated. Each one is a textbook by itself. Each one is a textbook by itself, and a lot to learn from each incident. And we are more absorbed because they're all BPL incidences, PSPD incidences, and we are more able to attach ourselves to this. It was a wonderful talk. Only one, if I can add my experience to the episodes that you had quoted, the behavior of people can be modified with participative discussions. In my life, when I changed companies, every time it was a grueling experience. India and more so in Africa. One lesson which I have learned, which I'd like to share, is that more discussions, more involvement of the affected people, whether it's a boiler boy or a maid servant or a big boss or a small boss, discussions will solve the problems. Even in villages, in my village, Burgumpad, for example, whenever there was a commotion in the village Pedda Manshi or a village Mukhya would call the both sides and would have enormous discussions. Sometimes the discussions used to go on till evening. What started in the morning will go on in the evening. And during the process, people get ventilated. When a boiler, when the steam builds up, you ventilate the boiler, you leave out the steam a bit so that boiler gets normal and things like so. Human beings also, they behave differently when they are steamed up. They behave differently when they are in elated, happy mode. They behave differently when they are in a grief. It is for the manager to see that people are ventilated. I have done in my life. I have in my family also, in my outside also. This particular trick or a method of spending more time involving people into discussions has helped me to solve the problems or surmount the problems, to understand the problems better, so that some solutions will come out. Consultative process. SRT Sahab knows the consultative process much more than any one of us, and he is an HR person in his life. So things in Osmania University also, I know I live besides Osmania University. What professors are, I know. So therefore, these things do happen. I thought I would add this small experience and take home that it's a consultative process, either at home or in the office or in the factory. The more it is, better are the results. It's directly proportional, the kind of the thing. And we have learned so many things from this list of episodes that you have described, Tulsi Garu. It's a wonderful, sir. Nice to have you with us. God bless family and have a nice time. Beautiful. And we will invite you to more and more into our sessions. Ramana Garu is here. Venkateshwar Garu is here. And let us all make this forum into a much more rewarding, much more exciting forum. And we take it forward. Thank you very much. Over to you, Christina.
Thank you, Dr. Barla. You had your own opinions, and Mr. Tulsi has given instances where there was no time for discussion, sir. He had to act instantly. So, sir, thank you very much. Yeah. I would like to read out Mr. Dhoble's message to you, sir, because I don't know if you have time. He says, thank you, Tulsi. Unique topic, excellent narration. We'll have to miss discussion as I have to leave for the airport. Thanks, Barla, Christina, Surya, Jagan, and Silvers. So with that, I would like to request anybody who would like to say anything, please go ahead. And thank you, Dr. Barla. That was very inspiring. And yes, indeed, discussions will make things much better, but sometimes you're in a situation where there's no time for any discussions. So when Dr. Tulsi related these things, he had absolutely no time. It was just, he had to, after that he had to be in discussions, but at the moment he had to face the situation. And then it was really very crucial situations, which it is so beautifully related. So we are actually seeing the picture of it. So it was very beautiful, Dr. Tulsi. Thank you so much. Good
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a very nice session, and nice to see Mr. Tulsi Garu after a long time. And the facts and figures which Mr. Tulsi Garu said, it was really very great. And how he managed, he could manage those problems in the site is really great. So And I think only such experienced people can only do that. The freshers, whoever are there, they will get mad. They will not know what to do, what to act immediately, and the response they will not be able to do. It's really great to Mr. Tulsi Garu that he has resolved so many problems during his tenure. Thanks a lot to everyone.
Right.
We can close.
Thank you very much, Raman Rao garu.
Welcome.
Very well said, sir. Yes, I was just thinking that if, anybody else or myself in such a situation, how would I have reacted, because there are certain times when all the incidents were so crucial and critical, and such situations, how he handled, and, the mill going on lockdown, and, somebody missing and somebody
Yeah.
committing suicide, and oh my God, this is so, and then even appreciating that it's a bigger task for the union members. These things only learned people like Dr. Tulsi can, handle.
Yeah,
And really,
Correct,
sir,
correct.
today's topic and today's talk is, I want to just bow to you, sir.
యాక్చువల్లీ సార్ తులసి గారు ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ అయిన విషయాలు చాలా వరకు ఆ టైంలోనే నేను ఉన్నాను కాబట్టి మాకు కొన్ని తెలుసు. ఇందులో ఇంత కరెక్ట్ గా తెలియదు యాక్చువల్ గా. సో కొన్ని మిస్ అజంప్షన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉండేది మాట ఆ టైంలో. ఎందుకంటే యాక్చువల్లీ యూనియన్ లీడర్స్ కొత్తోళ్లే, అంటే ఫ్రెషర్సే, దే డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. సేమ్ లైక్ దట్ ఎక్కువ మంది మన ఎంప్లాయీస్ కూడా అప్పుడు అంతా మా ఏజ్ గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళు, అంటే జాయినింగ్ యాజ్ 18-20 years జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. వాళ్ళకి ఏమీ నో ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ విత్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎట్ దట్ టైం. సో వీ వర్ మిస్లీడెడ్ అండ్ మిస్కమ్యూనికేటెడ్ ఆల్సో సమ్ కేసెస్. తులసి గారు చెప్పిన బాయిలర్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయితేనేమి, ఇట్లాంటి కొన్ని ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ అంటే యాక్చువల్ యూనియన్ కూడా ఒకటి చెప్పారు కదా, అది కూడా చెప్తాను. ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే మన మాకు ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ కిను ఫీల్డ్ లెవెల్లో ఉన్నదానికి చాలా డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉండేవి ఆ టైంలో. అందరం కూడా యాక్చువల్లీ మేము అందరం కూడా నేర్చుకున్నాం, ఈ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ నుంచి నేర్చుకొని తర్వాత కరెక్ట్ చేసుకొని. ఆ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ వల్లనే ఇవాళ నేను నమ్మేది ఏంటంటే ఇండస్ట్రీ కూడా ఇవాళ రోజున బ్యాలెన్స్ గా వెళ్తుంది. ఇది మేనేజ్మెంట్ అగ్రెసివ్ గా వెళ్దు, సేమ్ టైం ఎంప్లాయీస్ కానీ యూనియన్స్ కానీ అగ్రెసివ్ గా వెళ్ళట్లేదు. అందువల్లే మనం ఇండస్ట్రీని పీస్ఫుల్ గా నడపగలుగుతున్నాం. యాక్చువల్లీ పాత ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ ఏంటంటే మార్వాడి కన్సర్న్స్ వాటిల్లో ఎవరికి వాళ్ళు డిఫెన్స్ లో పడిపోయేవాళ్ళు అనమాట. భయపడిపోయి వీళ్ళే ఏదో సజెషన్స్ బట్టి వీళ్ళే ముందే కేసు పెట్టడం, లేకపోతే వీళ్ళే అటాక్ చేయడం, లేకపోతే నెగిటివ్ గా పోవటం జరిగేది కొన్ని ఇన్సిడెంట్స్. సో అవన్నీ ఏమంటారు భయం కొద్దీ అంతకు ముందున్న పాత ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్, ఇండస్ట్రీస్ లో ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్, వీటి వల్లనే చాలా ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ మాకు అక్కడ జరిగినాయి. అది తులసి గారికి తెలుసు, అందరూ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయ్యారు, ఈవెన్ టాప్ లెవెల్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు అందరు కూడా. సో ఇంకా అది ఓకే, అది నాకున్న నేను ఇప్పుడు ఫీల్ అయ్యేది కూడా అదే, ఏంటంటే ఈ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ వల్లనే కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవటం రావటం వల్లనే ఎయిదర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కానీ ఇటు ఎంప్లాయీస్ కానీ ఇవాళ రోజున ఒకరినొకరు హానర్ చేసుకుంటా కొంతవరకు స్మూత్ గా వెళ్తున్నారు. ఒక లీడర్ యాక్చువల్లీ చెప్పారు కదా, లీడర్ పార్ట్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఎంప్లాయీని మేనేజ్మెంట్ తోనూ కన్విన్స్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఎంప్లాయీని కన్విన్స్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఈ పార్ట్ లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎప్పుడే సక్సెస్ అవుతారంటే ఇద్దరిని కన్విన్స్ చేసుకోగలిగినప్పుడే లీడర్ సక్సెస్ అవుతారు. అదర్ దాన్ దట్ ఇంకా ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే వాళ్ళ మీద వీళ్ళ మీద వాళ్ళకి నెగిటివ్ గా చెప్పుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోయి వాళ్ళు కన్విన్స్ చేయట్లేదు, లేకపోతే వాళ్ళు వినట్లేదు, అట్లా చెప్పుకొని నడిపేయచ్చు ఈజీగా. ఏదంటారు, సో ఇక్కడ ఒక మాట ఒప్పుకొని అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఎంప్లాయీస్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి మన మీద వీళ్ళ మీద నెగిటివ్ చెప్పి, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళ మీద వీళ్ళకి నెగిటివ్ చెప్పి అట్లా నడిపేయచ్చు ఈజీగా. బట్ ఇద్దరిని ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ చెప్పి ఇద్దరిని దగ్గర తీసుకొచ్చి ఒకరి మీద ఒకరు గౌరవంగా నడపాలంటే మాత్రం చాలా టిపికల్ రోల్ అది, యూనియన్ లీడర్ రోల్. సో అట్లాంటి కండిషన్స్ లో తులసి గారు చెప్పిన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అది మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఆయన చెప్పిన తీరుని బట్టి చూస్తే మనకి అర్థమైపోయి ఉంటుంది ఆ రోల్, ఆ లీడర్ పార్ట్ ఏంటి అనేది. ముందు ఒకలాగా తర్వాత ఒకలాగా బ్యాక్ అంటే వెన్ కమ్యూనికేట్ చేయలేని పరిస్థితి, కన్విన్స్ చేయలేని పరిస్థితుల్లో అది యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయటం కూడా ఒక విధంగా మంచి బిహేవియర్ అనిపించింది నాకు. సో అదండి నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెంకటేశ్వర.
Short of time, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Problems as faced by Mr. Tulsi Garu also, the same problems faced by trade union leaders also. No difference at all. It is very difficult to convince the employees. A leader should have a tactics, neither to convince or to confuse. Then only things will be done. I have also encountered so many problems. Suppose if an employee beat his wife, the wife came to my house directly. My husband is beating. Will you please give me the shelter? The same night, the shelter to her. The next day, the same employee will give a complaint to the management. Lakshman, I was illegal contact with my wife. It's a bloody problems I have encountered. You are a trade union leader. If you say you will get a job in your company. If I give any reply to me, the relative also will go out. These same problems, when jaggery is there, hands automatically will come. When a position is there, this kind of problems that encounter anybody, neither by officer or by a union leader. I have also encountered so many problems. You request the management, send one interview letter. I will pay you 2,000 rupees per interview letter. We have 2 daughters. How you can earn the money? This kind of temptations also will be there from the employees. I have also encountered so many problems. I have to convince it, but I never take any braving certain things as long as I'm in my service. This is my better experiences. One experience I'm telling, but Gopaya Delhi case. Unnecessarily the criminal has blamed Tulsi Garu. He's no way connected for that. Sometimes blames also will be there in the company also. This is quite natural. In the big mass, in a number of people, they have to give their comments as they like it. But if you find you are wholehearted, are you doing justice of your own job or not? That is the more important. What others are thinking about is immaterial for you. What you are thinking about others is material for you. As long as you are running this principle, you will be a success leader or a manager. Thank you very much. God bless you to all.
Thank you, Lakshman Rao Garu. As always, very, very inspiring, all your talks. Thank you so much for putting it in from the union perspective, which Dr. Tulsi also has very beautifully put it across. Prema, would you like to say something? Please go ahead because we are falling short of time. Anybody, Satyanarayana, please switch on fast and give your comments, please.
Tulsi Garu must consider putting all his experiences on a piece of paper, and it becomes a beautiful book of HR. All the HR books are theoretical. Whether it is Ashwatthappa or Kunj or Donald, whoever you take, all these HR books are very theoretical. They are not applicable in the day-to-day practice. But what you have said, what Lakshman Rao Garu said, what Venkateshwar Garu said, they are all practical. So the consolidation of practical experiences into a volume, that book becomes an eye-opener for the universities. They will know what is the real HR.
Madam,
Right
Pradeep
now
sir
they
has
are
joined.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute. I just wanted to wish Tulsi. Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
please go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
No, I just wanted to wish Tulsi really unique topic you picked up. And excellent narration. I wish I could participate in the discussions, but I have to leave for the airport. I left message on Zoom because I still have to check out and go. No? So all the best. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay,
much,
Tulsi.
sir. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Silvas. Thank you, Christine.
That was
Thank you, Surya.
very nice, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, Pradeep.
Bye.
Yeah, I am done. I'm done. That's what I wanted
Yeah,
to say.
yeah.
And a request for Tulsi Garu to consider putting his things on paper.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be the proud publisher. I'll be happy to publish the book.
Thank you, Dr. Barla. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Please
Yeah.
go
A
ahead.
short note from me, sir. Thank
Yes.
you very much, Tulsi Garu. It's a superb rendition. It just evoked my memories also. And one more thing is like 2 important takeaways from this. Don't act in haste and never let your ego overtake your decisions. 2 important takeaways. I just want to present one of my memory with Tulsi Garu. That is just like in 1999 when I just entered into ITC for a junior manager interview. It's late night and they postponed the interview for the next day. I still remember been talking to him on the corridor of Old Itwin Block, saying that we came from a long way back and we don't have any accommodation over there in Bhadrachalam. It's a remote place. Without any hesitation, he only told that, okay, you can just stay in the guest house. And he immediately given the instruction to the receptionist or the telephone operator there, saying that, okay, arrange their accommodation in the guest house and all the stuff. But it not ended there. 10 years after that, he still remembered that incident and he always says, like, I remembered you on the first day when you came over here and asked for the accommodation, even before joining over there. I don't know whether Tulsi Garu remembers that incident or not, but it's etched in my memory how to handle the situation over there in those kind of places also. We are not even joined into ITC at that time. Thank you, sir. You gave me a lot of memories over there. So many are there, even in the interview when I'm taking you from the first time. That also is a big memory for me. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jagan. That was very nice. That's all whether it is Mr. Tulsi or it is anybody in the ITC, I think that is the culture over there. They're generally very, 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 very caring and take care of everybody who's there, whether they are into the company or not at that moment. Thank you so much, Jagan. That was very nice. And Dr. Tulsi, I would like to add something very, very, very touching today is that this was very kind of you to bring out such incidents to the core truth. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much. It is really something to, admire, and that you have come out and told us such important and crucial moments at Bhadrachalam. Thank you very much, sir. And I think we are done with everybody, Surya. So I leave it to you because now you can add your own lots of things. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you all. Sir, Tulsi Garu, first of all, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to talk on this. And you have shown a lot of courage to say that I was wrong in behaving like that, or I was wrong in thinking like that. It's truly appreciable to admit that you were wrong at one point of time, being so senior and so admiring personality that we have seen in our life, saying, accepting that I would have behaved differently gives a small people like us, we can take away a lot of things. Dummy Gopaya was working under me in finishing house, so I know him very well. Thanks for giving such a sincere operator for us. He's good operator. He was working well finishing house. So, thank you again. Thanks again. You remember, you made us think a lot about Bhadrachalam again, because I was there from 99 to 2009, and you know me as a rebellious and you know me very well as a rebellious, or I was very fighting person beginning 2-3 years. Thanks for bearing me and not punishing me at that time. Thank you very much. And thank you, Barla Garu, for arranging this session. Thanks to Christina Garu for making this so lively. Pradeep sir, as usual, he has given his best, and even he joined back and given his comments. Thank you all. Thank you all other silvers. Thank you, Jagan, for giving us Zoom. Please share the. We'll do our best to share the video as soon as possible. If not, Jagan has to help us.
Hello. Can I say one word?
Yes,
Please.
Suryanarayana,
Yes,
మీరు
sir.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పినట్టే మేము కూడా మమ్మల్ని అందరిని మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ నుంచి ఒక స్టూడెంట్స్ లాగా ట్రీట్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చారు.
Yes.
మేము కూడా స్టూడెంట్స్ లాగానే నేర్చుకుంటూ పైకి వచ్చాం కానీ సో రిటైర్ అయిపోయాం అక్కడే. సో ఆ పేషెన్స్ ఉండబట్టే మేనేజ్మెంట్ కున్న మనకున్న కల్చర్, ఐటీసీ కల్చర్ అని అక్కడే అనుకున్నాం. ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ గౌరీ ప్రసాద్ గారి టైం నుంచి కూడా ఒక కల్చర్, గుడ్ కల్చర్ రిలేట్ చేశారు. ఇప్పుడు కింద లెవెల్లో ఎవరైనా వీళ్ళు తెలియ చేసిన దాన్ని కూడా వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ చేసుకుంటా, గైడ్ చేసుకుంటా, వీళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు పనిష్ చేసే ట్రీట్ లో ఎప్పుడు చేయలేదు. సో అందువల్ల ఇటు తప్పులు చేసినా దాన్ని ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ చేయబట్టే ఓకే కొన్నిసార్లు అటు జరుగుతాయి, కొన్నిసార్లు ఇటు జరుగుతాయి అనేది జరిగింది. మనల్ని అందరినీ కూడా ఒక స్టూడెంట్స్ లాగా తెలియని వాళ్ళకి గైడ్ చేసే విధంగానే ట్రీట్ చేసుకొస్తుంది మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ నుంచి. సో మనం అందువల్లే సర్వైవ్ కాగలిగాం. అందువల్లే మనం రెబల్ గా ఉన్నా కూడా ఎవరు పట్టించుకోలేదు. మనం ఈ రెబల్ గా ఉన్నాడు అంటే తెలియకున్నాడు, అంతేగాని ఆడే నేర్చుకుంటాడు అన్నట్టు ట్రీట్ చేశారు. అది అందువల్ల మనం అందరం నేర్చుకోగలిగాం.
We joined around 10 odd people at that time. నా ఒక్కడిదే కన్ఫర్మేషన్ లెటర్ తులసి గారి చేతిలోంచి వచ్చిందా with a warning along with that.
Surya, 1 minute.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Sachinandi garu, go ahead.
Tulsi garu, namaste.
Namaste.
Papan nivarayati yojayate hitaya guhyam naguhati gunan prakatīkaroti na jahati dadati kale సన్మిత్ర లక్షణ విధం ప్రవదంతి సంతః. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మన ఇది నేను మిమ్మల్ని చూడడం కాదు, ఇది అందరూ కూడా ఇలాగా మన ఎవరు మిగతా కూలీకి చెప్పినట్టు పాపాల నుంచి నివారించాలంటే బేసిక్ ఏంటంటే మాకు ఏదైనా తప్పులు చేస్తే చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉందని మమ్మల్ని మందలించడం, అది మిత్రులు చేసే పని అండి. అది అలాగే మంచి లక్షణాలు ప్రదర్శించడం అంటే ఏంటి, కష్టకాలంలో కూడా దాన్ని ఎన్నో సవాళ్ళు ఎదుర్కొని ముందు తరాల వారికి దారి చూపించడం. అలాగే ఎదుటివారి కష్టాల్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి మంచి సలహాలు ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళని పైకి తీసుకెళ్ళడం. సో ఎదుటివాడు తప్పు చేస్తే సమయం వచ్చినప్పుడు అది తప్పు అని చెప్పి అతని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళడం. ఇదంతా జరిగింది కాబట్టే మంచి మిత్రులుగా అంటే మంచి లీడర్స్ గా మీరు ఎదిగారు. అలాంటి మహోన్నతమైన పనులు చేసినటువంటి మీకు మీ పనులు, మీ యొక్క నడతలు మేము మరవలేము. సో మీకు మా అనేక శుభాకాంక్షలు సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Thank you, Satyanarayana.
Thank you all.
I'm Lakshman Rao. Just one more word.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
మేము అగ్రిమెంట్ లో తులసి గారితో మేము కూర్చున్నప్పుడు ఆయనకి బాగా కోపం వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, బాగా మేము విసిగిస్తే ఇలా అవుతే అగ్రిమెంట్కి వెళ్ళడం కష్టం, ఇవాళ వెళ్ళిపోండి, రేపు మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడుకుంటాం. ఏనాడు ఆయన మా మీద షౌటింగ్ చేయలేదు. ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ వెరీ గుడ్ పేరెంటల్ రోల్. అటు మేనేజర్స్ అయినా ఇటు ట్రేడర్స్ అయినా ఒక తండ్రి లాగా పేరెంటల్ రోల్ మాత్రం మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఒక విషయంలో మీకు చెప్తున్నాను, ఎంప్లాయీ మీ యూనిట్లు కాల్చాలి అన్న చోట ఒక చిన్న డిస్ప్యూట్ ఇస్తే అంతా సంతకం పెట్టే ముందరనే కొంచెం డల్ గా ఉన్నా, ఏం లక్ష్మణ్ రావు వాళ్ళు డల్ గా ఉన్నారంటే, సార్ ఆ యూనిట్లు ఇచ్చేయండి సార్, సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ గా ఉంటుందంటే ఓకే డన్ అయిపోయిందా, అంత శాంతంగా మాత్రం ఉండేవారు. ఏదైనా కోపం తెచ్చుకోలేదు. తులసి గారు నమస్కారం. మిమ్మల్ని ఏదైనా ఇబ్బంది పెట్టింటే క్షమించండి.
Okay, sir. Over to Madam Krishna garu. Shall we close?
Thank you, Mr. Tulsi. We couldn't have had, this is one of our best sessions, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Barla. Thank you, Surya. You know, the people who have participated are so full of happiness today, sir, with your talk. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for participating and making this a wonderful event.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks, Surya.